How are you guys today?
Good.
Did you have a good morning?
Not quite.
Oh, what happened?
We left cats in the bathroom,
What?
and they took a big turd in the bathroom.
Wait a minute.
And we were supposed to do school.
You were supposed to be working on your school?
Yeah, but we wanted to play with the cats.
Oh. And then what did you do?
They ran upstairs and we played with them for just a couple seconds. And I can give you the whole story of what happened.
I need you guys to finish your schoolwork while I'm in the barn. I don't want you playing on your tablet till your school is done.
Okay. Okay.
Hi. You look pretty selfish. Wait, we're supposed to be doing our school.
But they're so cute.
Maybe it's best if we just don't let Mom know. Mommy's back. Put them in the bathroom now. I can't get it open. Okay, get him in. Hurry. Shut the door. No. Get us back in our chairs. Get back in the chairs.
Are you done with your schoolwork?
Yeah.
Yep, we're done.
Okay, you can play with your tablets then.
Yes. I mentioned that we needed to finish our school. Then we heard our mom come back in, and we went, oh jeez, grab the cats, hide them in the bathroom now.
Oh boy. And that's when...
Then they took a big turd in the bathroom.
Oh, well, let's see. Did you let the cats in?
No, our mother did.
Oh, did she know she let them in?
Nope.
Then we got in trouble.
We had to clean up the cat poop.
You had to clean up the
How
cat
much
poop?
more in trouble could we get?
So by not listening, you kind of had some consequences?
And some stinky consequences.
Oh no! Who ended up picking up the cat poop? Did your mother do it?
No, we had to.
Wait, Mom's gonna get in the shower. And the cats are in the bathroom. What do we do?
I don't know.
Let's take them out before she notices. Go. I'll get this one.
Guys,
Yes.
what is on the bathroom floor? What is this?
This is all a big misunderstanding. We can explain everything. You see, when you got out to feed the animals, cats came in. We wanted to play with them, but we remembered that we were going to do our school. So when you came back in, we had to hide them in the bathroom. But then we had to take them down before you saw them.
And I took a big poop.
See? Are we in trouble?
Yes, you are in trouble because you didn't listen, and then you tried to lie about what you did. So you guys need to clean the cat poop up.
What?
No way. No, absolutely not. Never. No way. That's a big N-O. No.
You're going to clean it up. You need to get toilet paper and clean it up. I'm not going to clean up cat poop today.
Okay. We have to clean up that yuckiness?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because you had the cats in the bathroom and forgot about them. Get some toilet paper, pick it up.
There we go.
You're gonna pick it up.
No, you are. Somebody has to pick it up.
Fine, I'll do it.
No.
She does it.
No. Because it was our fault. That
Why
we
did
got
you do it?
Oh, and so it was your responsibility?
You do it.
Yes.
Wait, I don't remember who. Oh
Who?
wait, it was
You picked it up?
Yes.
Ew, that's
We
disgusting.
had to get like 35 pieces of toilet paper.
And we needed to wash our hands.
Oh no.
It was that big.
Your punishment was cleaning up the poop.
Yes.
I
don't know
Well, today we're talking about the life of Jesus when he was a boy. Remember how the wise men came and they followed the star, and how Jesus was a little boy at that time? How it could have been almost 2 years after.
Wait, did Jesus ever sin when he was a boy?
No, actually, Jesus never sinned. He's the only person ever that never, ever sinned. Not even when he was a boy. He never, ever sinned. Can you believe that? That's amazing,
Did
isn't it?
Jesus do school?
Yes, Jesus actually did do school.
That sounds
But he
crazy.
obeyed his parents. Let's read a story
But they
about what
didn't-
Jesus did.
He
What?
obeyed Mary and Joseph.
He did. He obeyed his parents. Let's read a story about when Jesus was a boy. It's found in Luke chapter 2. It starts out like this. So when they had performed all the things according to the law of the Lord, they returned to Galilee, their own city, Nazareth. And the child grew, this is talking about Jesus, okay? And the child grew and became strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was upon him. His parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. So Jesus went with them every year as he was growing up. When he was 12 years old, are any of you 12 years old?
She's
No, almost 12. So he was
She's-
almost your age.
She's 11, I'm 10, and 8.
8. Okay, so Jesus was a little older than you are.
I
Okay.
don't know how much longer we're in trouble. I think forever.
I don't think so. I'm sure your mother has it figured out by now, right? And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem according to the custom of the feast. That means they did that every year, okay? When they had finished the days, as they returned, the boy Jesus lingered behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother didn't know it. Well, I don't know. They took him to Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother, there was a lot of people going. So it was a whole big, huge community of people. Everybody was there. It was very busy. And all of a sudden, they noticed Jesus wasn't with him. But supposing him to have been in the company, which means they thought that he was there with everybody, they went a day's journey and sought him among their relatives and acquaintances. So they thought he was there. They just figured he was maybe with his aunt or uncle or one of his friends. And all of a sudden, they noticed, Jesus isn't here. Where did he go? So they started asking, and Joseph.
Did they leave him at home?
Well, no, he was back in Jerusalem, but they didn't know that. So they started asking. They were asking their brothers and sisters, have you seen Jesus? Where's Jesus? We didn't see him today. And here's what happened. So when they did not find him, they returned to Jerusalem. So, of course, if your mom and dad couldn't find you, they'd go back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd say, we got to find Jesus. Where is he? Now, so it was that after 3 days, they were looking for him for a long time. I bet his mom was worried, don't you think? Yeah.
3 days?
3 days they were missing him. But he was older than you guys because he was 12 years old and he was a boy. And back then, people were a little bit more, they had a little bit more responsibility than we have today. So at 12 years old, Jesus would have been really okay to be by himself and things, even though like today, you guys, your parents might leave you alone for a little while or whatever. They might even go somewhere and leave you at home, but they're not gone for a long period of time usually. But back then,
Like
it was
last
different.
night, my dad had to go back down to my grandmother's house.
Uh-huh.
So he left me and my brother in the house.
Right, yeah.
Well,
You're
we
kind of
had-
like that.
But we had our very ferocious dog.
Oh, you had a
Her name is-
ferocious
Her
dog.
name is Turquoise.
Yeah. But you know what? Your daddy wouldn't leave you for days by yourself, would
No.
he? No, he wouldn't. But Jesus wasn't by himself. He was with other people, but Mary and Joseph just didn't know where he was. So now it was that after 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the teachers, both listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. So Jesus had gone to the temple, and he was listening to them and asking them questions. So he was learning what the people were saying in the temple, but Jesus already knew, didn't he? Because he knows everything. So it says, when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? Look, your father and I have sought you anxiously."
What does that mean?
Well, his mother was like, "Jesus, we've been looking for you. Why are you sitting here? We were looking all over for you." And he said to them, "Why did you seek me?" Jesus didn't understand why they were looking for him. Because, here's his next words, "Did you not know that I must be about my Father's business?" So Jesus was saying, are you forgetting? I'm the Son of God. I have to be about God's business. He was just reminding Mary, yeah, Mary, I'm your son, but I'm Jesus, the Son of God, right? So then it says, but they did not understand the statement which he spoke to them. Then he went down with them and came to Nazareth, and he was subject to them, but his mother kept all these things in her heart. So what that means is he obeyed them. So he went with them, and he obeyed them, being subject to them. When it says somebody was subject to them, it means that he was listening to what they were saying and doing what they were doing. And then it says, and Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and favor with God. So as he was growing up, he had decisions to make, right? And sometimes his decisions didn't make sense to other people, but it wasn't sin because Jesus was doing what God wanted him to do. Now.
Yeah, but why did Mary say that something Father's business?
Well, Jesus said, did you not, in verse 49 it says, did you not know that I must be about my Father's business? That's when Mary, it says, and his mother said, son, why have you done this to us? So she's like, where have you been? We've been looking for you. What are you doing?
And was she mad at Jesus?
No, she wasn't mad, but that's when she reminded him.
He wasn't even in trouble?
No, he wasn't in trouble because, why wasn't he in trouble?
Because he's the Son of God?
And he's the only son they have.
No, because he was doing what God wanted him to do, right?
He wanted to get lost?
No, he was in the temple.
The temple where lions are?
No, the temple is where people learn about God. It says, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the teachers, listening to them and asking questions. So he was learning about God.
Miss Julie?
What?
She was thinking about Daniel in the lion's den.
I know. That's okay. So when they saw him, they were amazed, right? Joseph and Mary were amazed. It doesn't say they were mad. It said they were amazed. And they had to think in their head, oh yeah, that's right. This is Jesus. He's the Son of God. He's going to be in the temple because that's where he should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of surprised him.
Because he isn't a woodcrafter like his father.
No, he wasn't. Well, he might have learned in his growing up years how to be a carpenter like his father. You're right. And even after that, it says he went with them.
What's a carpenter again?
A carpenter is somebody that builds houses.
It's like a guy who does a lot of wood crafting.
Or builds tables like this. This is a wooden table. A carpenter would have built this.
Or
yeah,
chairs.
chairs.
I think when Jesus was like 5, he liked to build little cars.
I don't know.
Or doors.
Doors. Maybe he built doors. You're right. But it does say that he went with them, right? So what did he do? He obeyed his parents, right? It says, and then he went with them and came to Nazareth. Right? So he went with them. He did do what he was supposed to do. So he obeyed his parents. Were you guys obeying your parents when you had that little cat situation?
The stinky situation?
No. And
Sort of.
Sort of. So what happened when you didn't obey?
We got in trouble. And we had to clean up a bunch of yucky stinkos.
Right. There was consequences to your actions, right?
There was punishment that we got for not listening.
You're right. You're right. Can you imagine living in a world where you never sinned?
That would be awesome. Actually,
Wouldn't that be
there
awesome?
is a world. It's called heaven.
Ah,
I don't know
What
what
the
I was
inside of heaven looks like.
No,
And,
heaven is a place where there's no money, so
I don't
you can
even-
just about buy anything.
no money.
I don't even know if they serve any food I like there.
I don't know either, but I'm sure that everything you like is there. So what happens
What
now
if
when we
Legos and-
sin? When we sin on this earth right now, what happens? We have to pay for that sin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what was Jesus's main reason that he was here? Remember what we
Because
talked
God
about?
told him to.
No. What was his reason? What was the reason? What was the reason that he was born?
Because he was going to be called the Son of God, so he had to be born.
He was the Son of God, but what
No,
was he
he
born
was-
for?
He was born to save us from our sins.
You're right, to save us from our sins.
That's the
Yeah.
whole reason.
And he
was
had,
born.
in order to do that, he had to be sinless, right?
Mhm.
Because he couldn't have any sin. He had to be the perfect sacrifice for our sins,
Sometimes
right?
I do sins and sometimes I don't.
And you're right.
Like if
Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. So one thing about Jesus as a boy, or while he was here on earth, is he didn't sin, okay?
Not at all. Not for the rest of his life.
No.
Nope.
No, not at all. So the last part of this verse talks about what Jesus was doing here on this earth, and then we're going to talk about this more next week. But it says, and Jesus increased in wisdom and stature. That means he kept growing. He kept growing up. Remember, he's only 12 here. So he keeps growing up. He keeps getting what? More wisdom makes you more smarter, right?
Mhm.
And favor with God and man. So it means that people were starting to notice there's something different about this boy.
Remember when